The film which you are about to see is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths, in particular Sally Hardesty and her invalid brother Franklin. It is all the more tragic in that they were young, but had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. For them, an idyllic summer afternoon drive became a nightmare. The events of that day were to lead to the discovery of one of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of American history, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And that's right, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is, I think, what I like to call the grandfather of the slasher films. I mean, this movie did it all and didn't even use much gore. They just went with basic scares and one twisted family. Let's start with the family. So we have Marilyn Burns, who played Sally Hardesty. Well, let me just introduce myself first of all. My name is Rob, and I am your videocast director of Alumni Nation. This is episode 3 on what you already know as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So let me start where I was at. Marilyn Burns, Sally Hardesty was the perfect heroine for this movie. Marilyn played the part like no one else could have at that time. This movie came out when there wasn't really movies like this, and it was deemed the scariest movie that I've ever seen personally. I mean, this movie still scares the crap out of me every time I watch it. Marilyn's also credited for Eaten Alive, great movie with Hooper again. Future Kill, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Helter Skelter, which she played Linda Kasabian. She has a small cameo as the patient on the gurney from Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, which she plays Verna. And in production right now is a movie called In a Madman's World. So it's good to see Marilyn still taking her chops at horror. And we're going to go down the list here. Alan Danziger. Alan played Jerry. He's only credited for 2 movies in his career, so Jerry! So let's keep going. We also have Paul Partain, who played Franklin. Franklin has since been gone now. He died in 2005. Paul did, and you either loved Franklin or you hated him, and I felt sorry for him. William Vale, who played Kurt, has been acting up until 2012 was his last movie, and that was The Blue Lagoon: The Awakening, which total contrast to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then we have Terry McKinn, who's on Facebook, friend of mine. Last thing she ever did was The Butcher Boys. She played the woman with Pick. So she's been trying to get back into the field. Edwin Neal, who played the hitchhiker, so was also in The Butcher Boys also. And has a lot of movie credits to his name, including the Power Rangers. He played Lord Zed, for those who didn't know that. but the hitchhiker in the original movie was creepy as hell to me. Was when he pulled out that knife and just started just cutting himself. Jim Sato, who played the old man, later on would be named Drayton Sawyer. He died in 2003, but he will always be the patriarch of the Sawyer family. Bill Moseley goes to credit him for inspiring Bill how to be a character actor. So we'll talk about Bill Moseley in a little bit. Gunnar Hansen, who played the original Leatherface. Now, it's been disputed that Gunnar plays the best Leatherface. I agree. A lot of people like Bill Johnson. I'm losing my mind here. But there's Ari Milnerhoff. So there's Robert Jacks. Andrew Brzezinski. So I can't remember that guy who's in 3D. But let's go on. So I don't bore you here. There's John Dugan, who plays the grandpa in the original one. He goes on to come back as Grandpa Sawyer and Texas Chainsaw 3D. Also was in the Butcher Boys. And he also played the cop at Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. So he has close ties to the Chainsaw series. Also a good guy on Facebook. Then there's Robert Courtine, who plays the ever mysterious window washer when the van comes up and there's a guy who's washing the windows. You only see him there, and he continues to look at this guy, and you have no idea what he's doing, but one of the mysterious characters in the whole series. And then the last but not least, Ed Gein, who played the cattle truck driver. Ed is also on Facebook, and one of the heroes of the series. You know, he saves poor Sally, who's being chased, and throws the ratchet at Leatherface, hits him in the head, and Leatherface, his chainsaw goes right into his leg. So he's one of the true heroes of the series. Let's break into part 2. Let me update this. So, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre provides some great scenes. Sorry. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, what can I say about that? About part 2. Dennis Hopper makes a rare appearance. So, in a horror movie, he plays Lieutenant Lefty Enright, who is related to Franklin, coming back to get revenge for Franklin's death. Franklin and Sally. Caroline Williams, who I run Caroline's page. Caroline Williams, actress on Facebook. Check it out. Plays Stretch. Her real name is Vanetta Stretch Brock, who did, for those who don't know that one. Jim Sato returns as Drayton Sawyer. Bill Moseley goes on to be a cultural icon in horror. Pretty much got his start in Texas Chainsaw Massacre as Chop Top. Bill Johnson, like I said before. And I hear fireworks outside. Ken Everett, who plays Grandpa Sawyer in this one. And then the late Lou Perryman. There's a lot that are gone from this movie. There's Jim Sato, Dennis Hopper, Lou Perryman. Lou played LG. So, LG. Let me play you a scene from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. This is the introduction of Chop Top when Stretch comes face to face with Bill Moseley.
I wanna buy some radio ad time.
Are you fucking crazy? We are closed. Off the air till tomorrow. You'll have to just come back.
No, but yeah, but whoa. So this is Radioland, huh? The infinite eternal, the waves through the ether fuzz roll on forever. Roar! Can't close that. Hi, I know what you're thinking. This is weird, huh? But I can handle it. No. You're my fave. Me and Bubba, my little brother, we listen to you every night. Music is my life. You know, you're my fave, but I get too embarrassed to phone in my request. It's too disembodied, you know. But now that we're here in flesh and blood, I could maybe make a request and it'd still count, huh?
Sure.
Well, what about Iron Butterfly? You know, like In a Vida de Gata, baby. Oh, it's heavy. You know, I've never been to a radio station before. Do you think you could do me a tour, huh?
Tour? Sure. Sure. But seriously quick. And it ends at the exit sign.
Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, your tour. Here's your tour.
So you get that eerie feeling that he's not just there for the tour. Going back to Bill Moseley now. Bill Moseley is still currently acting, still doing some fantastic work. But like I said, his goes all the way back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, where he played Chop Top. He was also in the first Power, had a small role as a bartender. He played Johnny in Night of the Living Dead remake. Silent Night, Daily Night 3, Better Watch Out, he played Ricky. Army of Darkness, he played the Deadite Captain. He played House of a Thousand Corpses, Otis Driftwood. One of my favorite roles. That's my fave. Also, Devil's Rejects. Carnival, the TV series, which didn't last very long. Has some cameos on The Practice. A couple of made-for-TV movies. Played Zach Garrett from the Halloween remake as Rob Zombie. And right now, 2001 Maniacs, Field of Screams, he played the mayor. But right now he's doing a lot of movies. He has let me count here. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25 announced things on imdb.com. Most recently, they'll have a movie called Skinny Dip, where ironically he plays a hitchhiker. Go figure. Night of the Living Dead Origins 3D, he plays Johnny again. I mean, he's got to be the hottest working man in Hollywood right now. So, if you haven't seen any Bill Moseley stuff, you don't know what you're missing. Carolyn Williams continues to act right now. Caroline. Most recently has been in Hatchet 3, contracted, and the upcoming Tales of Poe, which I plug a lot with, directed by Bart Mastrantoni, and also starring Adrian King and Amy Steele from Friday the 13th series, and Desiree Gould from Sleepaway Camp. So that should be one hell of a movie. Let's go on to introduce you to Drayton Sawyer a little bit.
Austin? He's Dallas's favorite caterer. I think he's kind of cute. The last Roundup Rolling Grill chef, Drayton Sawyer! The second year in a row. This year, Drayton, you've got to tell the secret of that fabulously tasty chili.
No secret. It's the meat. Don't skimp on the meat. I got a real good eye for prime meat. Runs in the family. Whoop, whoop. One of those hard shell peppercorns. I gotta say, I love this town. This town loves prime meat.
So there's the big story. Texas clobbers Oklahoma in chili. This is Stretch, your fearless reporter, live from Dallas.
And his character was built up around a little bit of comedy. He's this old delusional guy now, and he sells his chili of the victims that they kill, obviously, and he has a real eye for prime meat. Let's go on to the next one now, which is Leatherface. And Leatherface stars a couple of more people who are well versed in horror. We got Ken Foree, who's big horror man, Dawn of the Dead, 1978 version. Has role in Devil's Rejects, Halloween, Rob Zombie's version. I'm not going to go through all of it, but big horror man. We also have William Butler, who has been, he's the only one I know has been killed by Leatherface and by Jason. So was also played, like I said, he played in Night of the Living Dead remake as well. Viggo Mortensen, who played Tex. Tex is an interesting character that I'm going to introduce you to next. Well, this is not the clip I have in mind, but this is from part 3. Kate Hodge. There's Ken Foree.
What the fuck?
Yeah, probably the most underrated of the whole series. I love Leatherface. It had the intensity of part one and the gore of part two all mixed into one. I saw that. That was the first time I got to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the movie theater, so very important to me. But I want to read something for 1 second. Um, this letter came today from Mr. Brian Bennett, one of my good dear friends. And Brian goes on to say, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was the first horror movie I actually saw at the theater. I was very young, probably too young to, by today's standards and parents, to see it. It scared the crap out of me. I remember hiding behind the seat. But my mom once told me, you got scared when I took you along to those scary movies. But look how you turned out now. Yep, you love them. And he does. Brian Bennett is he's my horror buddy in crime, along with many others, but I just wanted to share that little message from Brian Bennett, because that's exactly how I feel about horror movies. So, part 4 was a little twist from the series. It's called The Next Generation. Once again, Leatherface has more siblings, including Vilma, played by now big-time actor Matthew McConaughey, and the girl is played by Renee Zellweger. And this is just the trailer, by the way.
Each of us has known the fear of being alone, lost in the darkness, faced with the unknown. But there is one fear shrouded in our past, lost in our subconscious, that should never have been forgotten. A fear so deep, it cuts to the bone. The American legend returns to bring you back to the cutting edge of terror. Welcome to my world.
Hello, you got her? You can't touch me. Kill me, then do it.
Matthew McConaughey of A Time to Kill. Renee Zellweger of Jerry Maguire.
Are you having fun here?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Next Generation. If looks could kill, he wouldn't need a chainsaw.
So, Matthew McConaughey is one of the big bright spots of this movie. He plays the hell out of Vilmer. Vilmer, I truly feel, is one of the better characters in this whole series. And you can see that Matthew McConaughey really poured his heart into that role. So, let's check out some more here. But let me talk a little bit about the SARS family. The SARS family group is at 895 members now. So Mr. Brian Bennett helps me out with this page. We have me, my wife Crystal Mahoney, Selena Cook, Darren Smith, also on leave again, like I said before, in episode 1, Tanya Glass, and Brian Bennett, who are all my moderators in this group. And just some great stuff on this group. Brian Bennett right now is watching the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre he just posted. We have a couple of pictures here. The truck driver. Matthew McConaughey's role. Oh, that's Tex. That's Tex. Some cool Leatherface pictures. Classic picture from the original. Music is my life. Gale Club, Burt Brennan, Texas. Red River Rock and Roll. Arlie Emery, who we haven't talked about yet, who plays Sheriff Hoyt from the remake. Shirt Standing Victorious. Don't forget your chainsaws. This some great stuff on this page. It's the Saw is family. So look that up if if you get a chance. So let's check it out now. Like I just said, the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003. Oh, one other thing. This was one of me and Crystal's first movies watching together.
Tell me how much you love me. How much? That much. That much.
Hey, are you okay?
They're all dead. They're dead, man.
I'm gonna have to call the cops, I guess. Excuse me.
What the hell was that?
What?
I just saw something.
All right, that's it. If somebody's out there, just come on out.
What is that? The hitchhiker. What were they all doing here?
What the hell are you doing in my house?
We're gonna die.
Who's killing who?
What's wrong with you people?
Oh, my.
Yeah, coming soon, but it was met with a lot of skepticism. I personally love it. I think the remake is terrific. Marcus Nispel did a great job directing, and a lot of people criticized Michael Bay, but I think he really took that one into heart and did a good job with it. So I'm going to talk about the group a little bit more. So let's see, let's go back to the group. Let's talk about the alumni on this page. We have Marilyn Burns, who played Sally. We have Alan Danziger, who played Jerry. Terry McKinn, who played Pam. Edwin Neal, who played the hitchhiker. John Duggan, who played Grandpa. Ed Gein, the cattle truck driver. From part 2, we got Caroline Williams. We got Bill Moseley, Bill Johnson, Bob Elmore, who was the main stuntman for Leatherface's character. We have R.A. Mildenhoff, who played Leatherface in 3. William Butler. We have Jen Benko, who, interesting fact about Jen Benko is, was Little Tina from Part 7 of Friday the 13th, and was also Leatherface's daughter in this one. And then finally we have Jeff Burr, who was the director of Leatherface. So some good alumni on this one. Let's see. We also have, like I said, 95 members. So, let's see what else I need to play here. The beginning. Arlie Emery does he's probably one of my favorite characters in this series too. So, here is the beginning.
What are you doing? I never had me a little girl before. You're all gonna die.
See what you did, boy.
You started a whole whirlwind.
As long as we stick together, ain't nothing that we can't handle. It's all about the family. You kids okay?
Where are you taking us? Where are you taking us, sir?
What is that?
Come on, boy.
People may not know what we say here tonight. By God, they'll remember what we did.
Now the beginning was interesting because they showed the origin of Leatherface's birth and how he was treated, so you almost get a feel for feeling sorry for him of how he was treated by Hoyt. So, and we got one last trailer to show you. So, this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D.
Beast in me.
Did you know anything about this place? Just the address.
Is caged by frail and fragile bars.
Wow.
Restless by day and by night. Rants and rages.
Look like Granny likes to play a little pool. What exactly did Granny do for a living?
I have no idea. I just learned about her yesterday.
Beast in me. God help the beast in me.
Now, the cool thing about this movie was Bill Moseley makes a return as Drayton Sawyer in this one. We also have some legends of Marilyn Burns is back. Like I say, she plays Verna. John Dugan returns as Grandpa. I believe Gunnar Hansen even has a cameo as an archives. So it's a tribute to the series, but it's also a passing of the torch, bringing it into the next generation. And there's rumblings of a 2016 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so that'll be cool too. So while I play something in the background, so this is just probably the eeriest music that's ever played in the series. This is the part where Sally Hardesty finds all the feathers and bones and chainsaw figures and bones. What more can I say about this series? If you haven't seen this, you're just out there on an island somewhere where they don't have electricity, because this movie series is just probably the most consistent of all the. Everyone is scary in its own way. From the first one, obviously that's terror personified. Part 2 has a comedy kick to it, but it's gory as hell. One of the goriest in the whole series. Part 3 has a little bit of both. Has terror, gore. Part 4 is an experiment in terror. Part 4 reminds me of something like they try to rehash the first one. Then you have the Michael Bay produced remake, which is